James Lynch here for Fightful with Alex Perez, who's in the corner tonight of Desmond Torres here at Bellator 214, and he came out with a pretty impressive win, Alex. Just your thoughts on his performance. Looked great tonight under the bright lights of Bellator.
Yeah, man, Desmond's tough, one of my main training partners. Hopefully, I say by the end of this year, he'll get signed by Bellator or the UFC, wherever comes first, or wherever comes first, but I believe by the end of this year, he'll be signed.
And how is it just not fighting? You're in the corner of someone. Does that make you want to get back in there? Are you kind of like, you know what? I can have a drink or two. I can enjoy myself this week.
It's kind of weird. I love coaching. Get super nervous for everybody. It's just a thing I like to do. I like to see people succeed. So, it's one of my passions I like to do. So hopefully after fighting, I'll be a coach. But it's always fun. It's always fun to be a part of people's journey.
Certainly. And what is the latest with you? Obviously, last fight against Benavidez didn't go your way, but are you still with the UFC? We know, obviously, that they haven't been too kind to the flyweights.
Yeah, I'm still with the UFC. We're trying to appeal that fight with Benavidez. Trying to appeal it and go from there. See what happens. It is what it is. We don't get appealed, then oh well, it's a loss. It's not the first time I've lost. But I would like a rematch. I don't think it was a bad fight. We collided heads and then getting punched in the back of the head about 50 times didn't help either. So, just recovering from that, from the concussion and everything, and just getting back in there.
What is what's the latest? Are you back to training full time, or you still need some more time off? When do you think you'll get back in there?
I got cleared to train about a week ago, so I'm a little husky right now. So I'm allowed to start training again, and hopefully. I'm thinking like the end of March. I would love to fight in Philly, right. Then or in April, wherever it is. 25s or 35s doesn't matter to me.
Have they given you any indication that it would be at 35? Just because they haven't really been, like I said, too nice to the flyweights these days.
No, I haven't actually got anything. No answers, no nothing. I'm really not pushing it. Whatever they decide. If 25 is great, I'll make a run at 25s. 35 is great, I'll make a run at 35s. I'm a bigger 25er. So I don't think going up to 35s would be a big problem for me.
Were you worried at all after the last fight that they would have cut you, even though it was controversial, just because they haven't been, like I said, too forgiving to even like someone like Jared Brooks who came off a win? They cut him.
I think it sucks for everybody that's getting cut. I don't want to see people lose their jobs, especially after coming off a win. But I think I have a good relationship with the UFC. I offer to step in on short notice. Everyone, I think. 2 to 3 of my fights, offer to fight Benavidez on a week notice, on a day and a half notice, in Denver. So I think the UFC likes me. I mean, we'll see what happens from here.
Yeah, I'd say so. That Jose Shorty Torres performance, that was like from bell to bell. That was like an amazing performance. So hopefully they don't forget about things like that. Speaking of the flyweights, we had the title fight, a couple weekends ago. TJ Dillashaw losing, Henry Cejudo defending his title. Just your thoughts on the stoppage and the fight itself.
I feel like it was an early stoppage. I feel like a champion versus champion fight. You have to let the guy go out. You can't not let him go out, Congrats to Cejudo. But honestly, I think he doesn't want to be in this weight class. Why are you going up to 35s? If you want to save the weight class, you just stay there. You got guys you haven't beat, guys coming up, guys that, Benavidez beat him last. You got Joseph Flamingo coming up. You got Figueroa coming up. You got a lot of guys in the division still that, are a threat. So I just feel like early stoppage. I just feel Cejudo doesn't want to be at 25s anymore, and I don't blame him.
Okay. Any opponents in mind if you don't get Benavidez? Who would you like to fight?
Brandon Moreno, Mark De La Rosa, I believe.
I think they cut Moreno. I might be wrong about that.
If they cut him, well then not him. Yeah. Mark De La Rosa. To me, it doesn't matter, man. I would love to get in there and just fight. Yeah. I feel like I didn't get to show a lot my last fight, and just want to get back in there and do what I like to do.
You don't strike me as much of a party animal, but big win here tonight for Desmond Torres. What are you guys going to be doing to celebrate?
I'm gonna make him buy me some dinner.
Yeah, is that the rule? Did you tell him that?
He finally got a lot of guys don't know, but coming up through the ranks, you're not getting paid a lot. Yeah. And it's finally he's making some money, so hey, he can spend it on us now. We usually spend it on him. He can spend it on us now.
Well, thanks so much for the time, Alex. Good to see you in person finally. Not just on video chat. So thanks for the time. If you got to plug anything or anything you want to, anyone you want to thank, the floor is yours, man.
I just want to thank all my sponsors. Ms. Mary Jane CBD, Milk and Eggs. I want to thank Cover 3, helping me get back on track. Virus. for helping, always supporting me, always hooking me up with great gear, the best gear. And that's about it. Everybody else, thank you.
Iridium Sports, I should say. They're quite the management group, right?
They're all right. I love them. I've been with them since my first fight. A good group of guys. Jeremy, Jason, and Jacob's all right. But I've been with them for 25 fights. So good management, good crew. So thank you guys for everything.